Have you ever been discarded by someone that you were only with for a short amount of time, but the discard was a massive blow, and months later, you still can't get over this person? Your brain keeps ruminating over all of the excitement that your avoidant ex brought into your life. But here's the big secret. Your avoidant ex is boring, but if you struggle with limerent thinking, you probably can't see it. Limerence is an intrusive thought process that can take a person who is ignoring you or bailing on plans, and it turns them into someone who is elusive or exciting. They're just out of your reach. But in reality, they're just being a boring jerk. Hello friends, my name is Maria, and when I had an intense desire for someone who was emotionally dropping the ball, my limerent brain could take a lackluster situation and magicalize the meaning behind it. They aren't dipping out on plans because they're selfish and thoughtless. No, they are a tortured soul, and they need my support and my patience. Whatever. They might be tortured, but that doesn't mean they get to torture you month after month, year after year. Being too forgiving to someone playing hot and cold games and then injecting a shot of limerence into the mix, this is a wicked cocktail that keeps you emotionally intoxicated over someone that, in the sober light of day, you wouldn't think twice about. So if you are struggling to see that this person is not as exciting as you think, if you are struggling to get over the breakup and you would like to learn what began to help me get back into reality, then grab a bottle of nail polish and let's talk. At first, an avoidant partner might seem exciting or mysterious or deep because they don't reveal too much. Well, you might do what I did. I mistook their emotional distance for confidence or composure. I thought it was very attractive, but they are actually some of the most insecure people you will ever meet. And the thought of their insecurity can stir up all of that beautiful empathy inside of us. But you have to ask yourself, do they deserve your empathy? In reality, avoidants who struggle with a lot of insecurity, well, they begin to devolve into, well, just for example, they go on vacation with their family, but emotionally, they are not there because they are busy sending flirty texts to a coworker they're trying to have an emotional affair with. And people might see an affair as scandalous. This avoidant is desired. They are exciting. But imagine a family sitting around a table about to experience new food in an exciting new place, but the avoidant mom or dad isn't there. They are in the restroom, sitting on a toilet, sending stupid emojis to someone they aren't even in a real relationship with. Now, which person do you think most people would envy? The one who is present at the table, laughing and talking with their family, or the one on the toilet? Is this a desirable partner? Is this even a good person? Well, life isn't black and white, and it's not our job to judge if people are good or bad, but it is our responsibility to ourselves to judge if they are good or bad for us. We have a responsibility to our future and the future of our kids to live in the reality of relationships. And all relationships hit reality eventually, and don't get me wrong, there is nothing like that honeymoon phase. But if you can stay strong in no contact, you will look back and realize they were nothing but a honeymoon phase. Every conversation is surface level. They talk about future plans, but they avoid keeping meaningful plans. And they don't actually do much that involves emotional risk or facing fears, the meat that makes life interesting. And if you can work to strip that limerent spark away, and you do this by reflecting realistically on their true actions, not just their words, you'll find that they're actually pretty boring. They will try a couple of new things with you, but then make up all kinds of excuses why they can never do it again. And, the bedroom crazy fun that they give you, well, that seems to fade after a while too, until you're not having any bedroom fun at all. They never open up about their inner world, and they rarely express enthusiasm about life. Everything feels muted, watered down. I've personally found that they turn out to be someone who complains a lot about everything. There's no more emotional highs, no real connection, no curiosity about you. It's always about them. You end up feeling like you're dating someone who lives behind a wall. My dismissive avoidant told me on like the 4th date, he had a lot of walls. Well, actually, I pointed out to him that I felt like maybe he had a lot of walls, and he agreed with me. And I should have listened to my gut and taken this information at face value. He literally confirmed my suspicion that he would be a frustrating partner. But my limerent brain didn't see this as frustration. It magicalized this information and told me that I could be his savior, break down his walls, and show him that he could accept love in a relationship. Healthy, secure partners can help heal wounds of the past, but both people must be present in the relationship, and even that is still a process, and it normally happens over a long time. Have you ever heard something in a way like you've never thought about it that way before, and it clicked and healed something inside of you from years earlier? Well, sometimes healthy partners can do that too, because they can help you see things in a way that you never did before. But the problem with relationships that involve very anxious and avoidant dynamics is either the relationship never gets past the honeymoon phase because you get discarded, or their avoidant tendencies multiply over time. The people in my life who I talk to who've been married to an avoidant for a long time, they tell me that their partner's distance has only increased over the years. Avoidants can get you excited because they swoop into your life and talk about all of the fun things you guys are going to do in the future, but they never put their money where their mouth is. Or they'll tell you how much they enjoy skating or skiing or hiking, and what luck, you love all of those things too. But then they will do those activities with everyone else except you. This keeps you feeling like you must stay in the ring to fight your way to the top of their priority list, and it feels exciting. But what is the reality? You're just spending weekends alone, waiting for them to come around. Once the limerence fades, their emotional unavailability isn't intriguing anymore. It's just boring. Don't allow them to shove their boring future of always feeling alone, because trust me, they always feel alone, onto you. I know that after you've gotten discarded, you're gonna have moments where you don't even know if you want to go on without this person. What's the point of life anymore without this person? And you feel like you need them, but the reality is you don't. I know you feel like you do, but immediate feelings can be very deceiving. Listen to your gut. I once fought everything inside of me not to send my dismissive ex a text on a day for whatever reason I was convinced I had to. But by grace, I didn't. And when I woke up the next day, I was already feeling a little more emotionally centered, and one of the first thoughts I had when I woke up was, oh my God, I am so glad I didn't text him. That was a gut reaction because the day before my anxiety was pushing me to send a text, but my gut was telling me he didn't deserve my attention anymore. I clearly remember that day, mainly because I remember the relief I felt the day after. I was going through so much turmoil, fighting my anxious trigger to text my ex, all for what? What would he have actually added to my day? A stupid thumbs up icon, or maybe no answer at all? I mean, sure, my nervous system was going nuts, but the reality, how boring. Give me a little back to my 4th. Our attachment wounds will tell us we can't live without them, and this is a lie. Not only can you live without them, you can live so much better than the way you are living now. And you will live so much better than any kind of watered down, boring life they could have ever ended up giving you. And yes, there are times in life, maybe we've messed up in relationships and missed out on a person that could have been a great opportunity. But odds are, if you resonate with the videos on this channel, you did not miss an opportunity, because if I had to guess, I'd say the person who brought you to click on this video is someone who in reality has made you feel stupid, has made you feel embarrassed. They have ruined at least one special event for you on purpose. They have used their moodiness to sabotage you on a day that they knew was very important to you. They've propelled you to post at least one fake selfie online to try to appear that you're having the time of your life, even though you are shattered inside. When we get discarded, we pedestalize the wrong people, and that's just it, right? They are just people, and I would argue that you are the one giving them this badge of excitement that they haven't actually earned. I remember one time my dismissive ex told me that he had a goal of buying a new car. So when I found out he got one, I reached out to him and told him I was excited for him. But I was only excited because I thought this was important to him. And he totally blew off my excitement. He made sure that I could feel that he didn't care, that I cared. And now, who cares? Adults purchase vehicles every day. It's not like it was that exciting. It was a friggin' Kia! Welcome to the other half, where we know attraction is not just about looks. We also need to take care of the inner half, because it's important to see the reality that someone like you, someone who cares and wants to celebrate others, you inject the excitement into the Kias of life. And it's a really great thing. People who root for others when they have even small wins are so valuable. It's only when you don't have a realistic grasp on what is best for yourself that you believe someone who can't appreciate your attention adds any value to your life. And maybe right now, as you sit here discarded, your avoidant ex, they do appear valuable, but it's not reality. The reality is they refuse to grow, and they are too scared of change. They won't face fears, and they will live their relationships on repeat over and over again. They are boring. You know who's not boring though? It's you. You know all those fun activities you came up with that you wanted to do with your avoidant? Do them, but ask someone else. This is one of the best pivots I ever made in my life, and when we are focused on a single person, it's not an easy pivot to make, but it is definitely worth it. It reminds you what it feels like to hang out with someone who isn't rejecting you all the time, and you get back to living your life. If I was still with any of my emotionally unavailable exes, I would never have had this channel. And not even necessarily this channel, I mean any channel, because my life would have become completely engulfed trying to figure out some toxic person's feelings in any given moment of the day. Do you know, after I was discarded, I spent every morning for over 2 years waking up, looking out the window, and my first thought was about if my avoidant ex would even talk to me that day, if he would even answer my text messages that day. How boring. What a waste of precious time. Don't allow their fear of love to seep into your life and dim your courageous, quirky, exciting, interesting light. This upcoming week, I encourage you to invite a family member or a friend, a safe person, to do something that you guys enjoy and really remember what it feels like to make plans and have someone show up for you. I promise you won't have to deal with the excitement of wondering if they will even be there. All you need to do is pick an outfit. I'll put a video that explains what your avoidant is really costing you right here. My name is Maria Adriana. You did not have to live my life, but I certainly hope you can learn something from it. As always, thank you for visiting The Other Half.